It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a bitch. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. Now Cody Parkey, the former Eagle, has it teed up, and we are underway from Philadelphia. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Let's go. Great. Gold. 1.
Foles eluding the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Under. Six.
Now it's toss play. Here's Adams. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, Adams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Great.
Now Foles. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Shorty. 82. 81.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they have the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick.
On third down, Trubisky. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Philadelphia getting the football back here, and when you discuss the Eagles this season, it seems like every week we kind of go back and forth. Hey, they're done. They're still alive. They're done. They're alive. And that Week 15 win, I don't think many people saw that coming against the Rams in L.A.
I will guarantee many didn't see that coming for a couple of reasons. One, Philadelphia was coming off of a bruising battle that they lost in overtime against Dallas, where Dallas ran, I believe, 90-plus plays against them. That's hard to bounce back from, yet they did it. Also, the Rams were coming off a game where they didn't play really well on the road against Chicago. We all expected them to get back in form at home. So, no, not many people saw that coming at all. Give Philadelphia credit. They've kept themselves alive for a possible playoff spot and a chance to defend their Super Bowl championship.
Go!
Here's Foles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The NFC North champion Chicago Bears, they take the field here again on offense. Their first division title this year since 2010. They clinched it back in Week 15 with that victory over Green Bay. Of course, Green Bay's had their number, especially in recent years. But what a season it's been for Chicago.
And when you think about their previous 4 years, 5-11, 6-10, 3-13, and 5-11 again in 2017. Now they'll have at least one home game in Soldier Field in January. This is a big turnaround. And I'd say go ahead and engrave the Coach of the Year award to Matt Nagy, their head coach. And it also will seal hirings going forward. Sean McVay with the Rams in 2017. Matt Nagy with the Bears in 2018. Look for those offensive guys to get the first crack at these jobs.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They pitch out to Howard. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A give to Howard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Miller from 13 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first down, Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Escaping the pressure right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So 2 quarters down, 2 and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Running with Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 55 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play, right?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Good for an Eagles 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Grade 15, grade 15.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Down the man inside, down the man.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wentz now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey from 6 yards away. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott now to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs, Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with...
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Trubisky, and this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Parkey's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the 1st. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Here's Trubisky. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On 3rd and goal, Howard. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And out now come the Eagles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Wentz to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
He's going to let this go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Howard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 62 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
It doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running back.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Let's go, let's go.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it.